Everyone in the story is over 18. We're about 2,000 kilometers from the house we rented near Malaga, Andalusia. For a 2, we went on vacation as an incomplete family, since my father couldn't get a vacation at the same time as us. So we enjoyed the sea and the beach only with my mother, my sister, and me. For the first time, we decided not to relax on our golden beaches, but we decided to go to Spain for a change, since my sister Rebecca had just turned 20. She was really spoiled by nature. Tall, brunette, dark-skinned, with brown eyes and long, curly brown hair. My mother is barely 40, but she looks much younger, both physically and in her perception of the modern world. Spain, so to speak, for a change. My sister Rebecca had just turned 20, and let's just say she was really spoiled by nature. She's tall, brunette, dark-skinned, with brown eyes and long, curly brown hair. My mother is barely 40, but she looks much younger, both physically and in her perception of the modern realities of life, as if she were 30. She's changed her appearance lately. After a long, tiring journey, we finally arrived at our destination. The joy and excitement of the upcoming vacation instantly erased the fatigue of a long trip. Together with the owner of the house, who was waiting for us, we inspected the apartment we rented. It's a large, beautiful house, well-planned and beautifully decorated with 3 bedrooms, an extensive garden, and, above all, a magnificent swimming pool which promises good moments of relaxation and lots of fun. We unloaded our car. Each of us slowly chose a room to our liking, and we sorted out our things before lunch. After that, we went back to our bedrooms to take a proper nap around 4. We met in the kitchen to snack and chat about the upcoming vacation program, making sure everyone was happy with the house and pool. Everything in the photos was as promised. My sister had a great idea, but I should mention that we're not here in. We met in the kitchen for a snack and to chat about the upcoming vacation program. Everyone was happy with the house we rented with its pool, and everything looked just like in the photos. During the conversation, my sister made one promising suggestion, but I should mention that since we're not in our hometown where every dog knows us and Dad, our beloved tyrant, isn't with us, I'd like to take a little break from the mundane. Her mother answered her affectionately, "Don't worry, we'll leave you alone. Do whatever your heart desires." Yes, don't worry. Have fun," I replied. Then, Mom commanded, "Everyone in the pool." "We should change clothes," Mom said. I was the first to dive into the water, and my mother immediately joined me. I thought to myself, Mom also wants to relax, being out of the reach of our beloved city. A few minutes later, she appeared with a bath towel. My sister waited and said, "Is this your whole swimsuit?" I dove into the pool first, and my mom joined me right away. I thought to myself, Mom seems to be looking to unwind too. A few minutes later, she came out with a bath towel. My sister said, "Is this your whole swimsuit?" The mom turned to her daughter and said, "Oh yes, Rebecca, it's cool, but maybe you could have dressed a bit simpler." "Come on, Mom. You promised me you wouldn't bother me with your moralizing this year. Okay?" I agreed. I really promised. This was followed by some great hours of swimming and relaxing in the garden. To her daughter, and when she sees her, she says, "Oh yeah, Rebecca, it's cool, but maybe you could have dressed a bit simpler." "Come on, Mom. You promised me you wouldn't bother me with your moralizing this year. Okay?" I agree. I really promised. This was followed by wonderful hours of swimming and relaxing in the garden by the pool on the pearl grass before heading back inside the house and changing clothes to go shopping in the city. In the parking lot near the supermarket, I enjoyed a huge number of girls, mostly English tourists. While my mother was standing at the supermarket checkout, I told my sister in a mischievous and defiant tone, "You're not the most advanced or brave here. These girls seem even more open than you. If you said they're more attractive than me, I'd be surprised. But if they're more open than I am in this store, which seems to be the case, then don't worry. It's not a fact that they'll overtake me at the. You see, you're not the most advanced or brave here. I think these girls are more open than you. If you said they're more attractive than me, I'd be surprised. But if they're more open than I am, which seems to be the case, then don't worry. It's not a fact that they'll overtake me at the finish line. Everything is still ahead. It's not evening yet. as she exclaimed, laughing after returning home. We spent some time getting comfortable in our rooms, dressing up, before going to dinner in the city. To be honest, you look more like an outright cheater now, sister. I told her those English girls couldn't beat me. She replied, laughing. Mom chose to be silent again during dinner. I enjoyed watching all the guys in the restaurant who shamelessly looked at my sister in her outfit, and I must admit I did not lag behind them. After returning home, everyone went to bed happy with this first day of vacation. The next day, after getting enough sleep, we got up at 10 o'clock and met in the kitchen for breakfast. Then we decided to go to the beach. When we got to the beach, in the heat, we somehow found a small place in the middle of a crowd of vacationers and laid out our towels, leaving my sister on the beach by the water. I stepped aside a little to see if she really was like that against the background of the other people. We met at breakfast and decided to go to the beach. When we got there, we found a small spot in the middle of a bunch of other people. We laid out our towels, leaving my sister on the beach. I stepped aside to see if she really stood out, and immediately realized that she had no equal there. When we returned to our towels, my sister told my mother, who was lying on her back, "Mom, haven't you thought about the harm of being in the sun without sunscreen? At least on the first day at the beach." "No, I just forgot about it. I'm gonna put it on." "Wait, I'll anoint you myself." Now I see my sister giving me a... My sister immediately realized that she was the only one here. She returned to our towels and my mother, who was lying on her back, told her, "Mom, haven't you thought about the harm of being in the sun without sunscreen? At least on the first day at sea?" "No, I just forgot about it. I'm gonna put it on." "Wait, I'll anoint you myself." She gave me a wide-eyed, understanding smile, as if we had just won a great victory together, a victory over my mother's modesty and traditional principles. Trying to switch my thoughts, I said, "Mom, I'm going to put sunscreen on you." Rebecca, realizing that if I do this, I will embarrass myself in front of all honest people, said, "Mom, I'd better do." I smiled broadly, imagining our recent victory over my mother's modesty and traditional values. I couldn't think of a better way to change the subject than to say, "Mom, I'm going to put sunscreen on you." I realized that if I did this, I would embarrass myself in front of everyone. "Mom, it's okay. Come on." Right in front of me, the show continued, and I couldn't help but look at them. When my sister finished, my mother told Rebecca, "Do you want me to put the cream on you?" In this increasingly warm, almost hot atmosphere, I allowed myself to interfere in this process. "I'll put the cream on you myself, okay? Mom, let's sunbathe." Michael smeared me. It was a dream come true. Needless to say, I didn't need to be asked twice, and I immediately began to spread the cream. After that, the massage session smoothly flowed into a tanning session, in which I had fun with my sister and Mom in the water, playing those children's games that everyone knows. We pretended that Michael, you really made my day. I didn't even need to think twice before I started spreading the cream. The massage session turned into a tanning session, and I had a blast swimming with my sister and Mom. We played those kids' games that everyone knows. At the end of this fun day, we went back home, put our things in our rooms, and then went to the bathroom and took a shower. My sister took a shower first, then my mom. I thought my mom had already gone to her room, and it was my turn. But when I went into the bathroom, I saw that she was still there. "Oh, I'm sorry, Mom." We were on our way back from a lovely day, and we were so excited to jump in the shower and wash each other off. We put our things in the room, and then we went to the bathroom. My sister took a shower first, and then my mom did. I thought my mom was already in her room, so I went in, but she was still there. "Oh, sorry, Mom. I thought you were done." "No, it's okay. I've done almost everything here, and then you saw me like this on the beach today, so everything's fine." Yeah, it's true. I saw it and I liked it. Your sister thinks so too. She's got a really beautiful body." A few minutes later, I hear the door open again, and my sister's voice reaches me. "Brother, did you see where I put my things?" she says, turning her back on me. We exchange a few words, and I don't even understand how the situation got out of control. We make love right in the shower. "Did you like it?" she asks. "Yes, indeed, too good. You can see how quickly I gave up." You're a great. I hear the door open again, and my sister's voice reaches me. Brother, did you see where I put my things? She says, turning her back on me. We exchange a few words, and I don't even understand how the situation got out of control. We make love right in the shower. Did you like it? She asks. Yes, indeed, too good. You can see how quickly I gave up. You're a great. Rebecca comes out of the bathroom with a mischievous wink at me. Then I go to my room to share my emotions. I fall on the bed, and I have only one thought. The holidays are starting, and I hope the sequel will be just as exciting. The next morning, quite late around 10, I barely get out of bed. Wash my face, go to the kitchen for breakfast, and meet my sister there that I will not hide it. I was a little afraid of this meeting in advance, after what happened between us the day before in the shower. I was afraid that she would regret it and decide to build some kind of barrier between us, between our new relationship. But to my great joy, Rebecca had a big smile on her face and said, "Did you sleep well?" "Yes, very well," I replied in a playful tone. "And you and me, so everything's okay between us. Not just good, but wonderful," my sister answered just as cheerfully. I am relieved and happy to see that my own game with my sister continues and that, moreover, she even wants to involve our mother more or less in it. Well, I don't mind. We'll see who's playing here and with whom. Then, my sister walks off towards the pool, and I finish eating before joining her. But at the very moment when I get up from the table, I notice my mother in the aisle. She appears in the kitchen. "Hi, son." "Hi, Mom. You seem to have decided to compete with Rebecca. Well, I mean, in terms of outfits or lack thereof, what kind of competition is there? Where am I, and where are my daughter and your sister? I'm old compared to her, and Rebecca is now, as they say. I just thought I'd go to the pool right after breakfast, so I didn't see the point in dressing up specifically for going to the kitchen, and then, I'm not sure I can beat her in this competition, although it's not a bad idea." She told me in the same joking tone, "Well, I would love to watch this fight between two beauties." I laughed, and soon we met by the pool for a small tanning session. I put on some different clothes to compete with my sister, and I'm not sure I can beat her in this competition, although it's not a bad idea. She told me in the same joking tone, "Well, I would love to watch this fight between two beauties." I laughed, and soon we met by the pool, where we had a small tanning session. Rather than the irradiation of our bodies by the sun's harmful rays, my sister and Mom were laying down together. In unison, they asked me to smear their bodies with sunscreen. Couldn't believe it. This was really happening to me. This was my mom. My old dream had finally come true. Then I took a little swim in the pool, and my mom and sister soon joined me. We played some games, then we get out of the water, have lunch, and go back to our rooms to take a nap. Spain and therefore siesta. We quickly joined the local customs. Besides, I don't need much time to join my sister. What a great guy you are, Michael. How cleverly you were able to pull this off. Credit to you. We played a few games, then got out of the water, had lunch, and went back to our rooms to take a nap. Spain and its siesta culture. We quickly joined the local customs. Besides, I don't need much time to join my sister. What a great guy you are, Michael. How cleverly you were able to pull this off. Credit to you. And how do you feel? Did you like it? Are you serious about this? I saw it all myself. Mom wanted it and she got it. I think she liked it. Don't worry about it. I'm completely on your side, and I won't tell Dad. A few more minutes of our conversation passed, and Mom was already asleep. We decided to take advantage of the moment and made, "Do you feel it?" "Yeah, I like it." "Are you serious about this?" "Yeah, Mom wanted it and she got it. I think she liked it. Don't worry about it. I'm completely on your side, and I won't tell Dad." A few more minutes pass. Mom was already asleep. We decided to take advantage of the moment and make love again. I admit it was too good when she came. Rebecca told me, "Come on, get out of here. Take a shower and I'll follow." I get up and leave her room, but suddenly, in the hallway, I notice that Mom is very close in the kitchen. "What are you doing there?" I asked, blushing and worried, trying to hide my embarrassment. "I'm in love again." I admit it was too good when she came. Rebecca told me, "Come on, get out of here. Take a shower and I'll follow." I get up and leave her room, but suddenly, in the hallway, I notice that Mom is very close in the kitchen. "What are you doing there?" I asked, blushing and worried, trying to hide my embarrassment, as if nothing had just happened in my sister's room, although it's hard to imagine that Mom didn't hear Rebecca scream. "Nothing special. I decided to bake a cake, and I'm going to take a shower. I'm sure Mom must have heard everything." With this thought, I finally realized the seriousness of the situation. I'm starting to worry about what my mom is going to say or do. What if she calls Dad and tells him what happened? But I immediately reassure myself by saying that Mom hasn't been acting quite right towards Dad lately either, so maybe she'll keep quiet. I think about the significance of what we just did. To be honest, I'm starting to worry about what my mom is going to say or do. What if she calls Dad and tells him what happened? But I immediately reassure myself by saying that Mom hasn't been acting quite right towards Dad lately either, so maybe she'll keep quiet and pretend she didn't hear anything and nothing happened, and won't discuss it with Dad. I take a quick shower. My sister does the same thing right after me. We all meet together in the kitchen to try the cake our beloved Mom just baked. I think Rebecca was thinking about it at the same time, but no matter what, we act like nothing happened and don't talk to Dad about it. I take a quick shower, and my sister does the same thing right after me. We all meet in the kitchen to try the cake our Mom just baked. I think Rebecca was thinking about it at the same time, but no matter what we did, we managed to focus on the cake. "What are we doing tonight?" my sister asks, trying to break the suspicious silence that had fallen in the kitchen by that time. "I don't know. Can we go shopping?" she says. "It's not a bad idea," Rebecca agrees. "Maybe it's not bad for you, but what about me? What should I do?" "Well, son, and you, if I was able to focus on the cake." "What are we doing tonight?" my sister asked, trying to break the awkward silence that had filled the kitchen. "I'm not sure. Can we go shopping?" "It might be a good idea," Rebecca agreed. "It's not bad for you, but what about me? What should I do?" "Well, son, and you, if you want. You can take a little walk around the city. We'll try not to linger. I'd rather wait for you here and watch TV." "Okay, whatever you want." So they both went shopping, and I was left on the couch watching TV, thinking about what had happened to my sister an hour ago and wondering what the "you can take a little walk around the city. We'll try not to linger. I'd rather wait for you here and watch TV. Whatever you want, okay? So they both go shopping, and I'm lying on the couch in front of the TV, scrolling through the footage of the situation that happened to my sister an hour ago, and wondering what the continuation of our relationship might be a couple of hours later. Mom and sister returned. They went to their rooms to sort out the shopping bags, and then my sister quietly came into my living room. But before she spoke to me, I immediately asked her, "Did you discuss something with Mom among yourselves that I should know?" A few hours later, my mom and sister came back. They went to their rooms to sort out the shopping bags, and then my sister came into my living room. Before she said anything, I immediately asked her, "Did you tell Mom something that I should know?" No, she didn't say anything about you, but you should like that our Mom seems to be ready for our secrets." "Really?" "Yeah, wait a bit, and you'll see for yourself." After a couple of minutes, our Mom joined us to tell us that we would be having dinner at the restaurant that night. My sister's words had warmed me up. "No, she didn't say anything about you, but you'll like it when you see that our Mom seems to be ready for our secrets. We wait a bit and then you'll see for yourself." After a couple of minutes, our Mom joins us to tell us that we'll be having dinner at the restaurant tonight. I was looking forward to a pleasant surprise that evening, trusting her completely. After a while, we were all ready to go to the restaurant, dressed up accordingly. In the restaurant, a waiter sat us down at our table, glancing impudently at my sister and mother the whole way between the tables. This was my happiest day ever. I just have to say, everyone in the restaurant paid attention to our trio, especially my sister and Mom. I feel like this is not new to Rebecca, unlike my mother, but they are both glad that they have made such an effect. Bask in the ray of this, albeit a little, I'm not sure if it's good or bad, but it's definitely a new level of fame, and they're not going to stop trying to get men's attention. Right now, I feel like I'm hanging out with two girlfriends, not my sister and mom. Long story short, we had a blast that night. When my sister gets home, she doesn't go to her room, but to my mom's room, and they start yelling at me at the same time. Michael, come here, Michael. Check out what Mom and I bought for ourselves today. Unpacking the bags, my mother tells me, you've already seen this dress. She points to what she's wearing tonight. Yes, it's obvious that you chose it. It suits you very well. After these words, my sister abruptly comes up to me and demonstrates. My sister and I went to the store today and came home with some new clothes. Mom was really impressed with what we bought, and she was kind of shocked by what we were doing. She was standing right next to me, and she couldn't believe it. She was so excited that she couldn't handle it. My daughter was like, Mom, you can't handle it. This is too much. To my mother, what we were doing under the ban. My mother is still paralyzed, fascinated by this spectacular sight. She was standing a few centimeters away from me. Mom doesn't react to insolence in any way. Suddenly, she can't stand it. This is too much. My daughter shared it with me, so all the taboos in our incomplete family on this holiday in Spain without Dad are destroyed to the ground. All the remaining time until the end of the holidays turned into incessant lovemaking day or night. It was an amazing experience that accompanied me and helped me for the rest of my life, and I've never regretted it.